Good morning. Good morning. I've been wondering as always, physically, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically. I've been wondering. And today I'm asking questions. The what if. What if we are meant to go slower? What if breathing, smiling, loving, crying, what if that is enough? What if we are meant to just offer our gifts to the world exactly as they are, and it is enough? What if we are born, all of us, with unlimited resources to be who we are and to offer what we have, and that is enough? What if, like nature, we have seasons where we hibernate, and seasons where we produce, and seasons where we just shine? What if being in the shade is as amazing, as necessary as being in the light? What if when the wind blows and destroys everything around it violently, we are just meant to witness, to bear witness to what we are seeing without being destroyed along the way with the wind's force and persistence? What if we are enough? What if an olive tree is enough, and a cedar tree is enough, and the weed is enough, and the soil is enough? What if we are being lied to about what does it mean to achieve, what success means, what competition is, and what life is all about? What if they sold us a God outside our reach, who is just overlooking, watching, putting conditions, judging? What if it's all a lie? What if the school system scammed us, programmed us into slavery while we are born free? What if academia continued its journey into teaching us that in order to achieve, we need to play their game and to be validated by them? What if it's all a lie? What if they're meant to program you into mental, emotional, physical, psychological slavery to the pill, to the doctor's prescription, to the diagnosis? What if? I'm asking you the what if, because I want you to ask yourself, and if you truly sit in the silence, you will know that the questions are valid, and then it's up to you to find your own answers. What if breathing is enough? What if just being ourselves makes us the millionaire, the peaceful warriors that we are born to be? What if What if life is filled with opportunities for everyone, but we only focus on lack? What if there's enough water, food, money, blessings, opportunities for everyone who have eyes to see? What if lack is just a program they put into all of us? A program that says you're not doing enough, you're not working enough, you're not ambitious enough, you're not ruthless enough. What if it's all a lie? What if they're just pulling us away from our nature, from the nature that surrounds us? What if sometimes we're a high wave crashing on the shore? What if sometimes we're just a soft wave caressing the shore? And it's all okay, and it's all beautiful. What if we slowed down, sat in the discomfort of not knowing mentally, intellectually, because in fact we know nothing. In fact, history, geography, borders, names of countries, names of capitals, what if all that is just reasserting the separation, the division? What if you have no nationality? What if you have no culture? What if nothing defines you? What if you don't have a job? What if you don't have a doctorate or a PhD or a master's degree? What if being you is enough? What if we just drop all these external validation system and look at the sky? Today the sky is cloudy, gray, and it's beautiful, and it's enough. Today there is stillness, there is peace, there is calm, well, at least around me, and that is beautiful. What if the days where you have nothing to do are the most important days of your lives? What if the time you are waiting for a job to come forward are the most important days to sit between you and yourself? What if? What if we are not names, we are not numbers, we are not measurable? What if we are infinite? What if, like the sun, we just give ourselves permission to be ourselves, to shine, and to offer what we have to offer? Not despite anyone, not to prove anything, just because we breathe. What if today we are grateful for our abilities, our gifts, our talents, for what has been seeded in us before we are born? What if we are grateful for all those who broke us, who betrayed us, those we betrayed, those we lied to? What if we can forgive ourselves and others for the times we abandoned them or abandoned ourselves in the process? What if that beautiful mirror that rises in front of us every day is just a mirror that needs cleansing so we can truly remember who we are? What if? What if I told you, I don't know you, but I believe in you, and I love you, and I know for a fact that life needs you, that you are enough, that I am enough, and that together we rise in freedom. Freedom is not an event. Freedom is not an accident. Freedom is not something someone gives you. Freedom is the right to be yourself and let everything fall apart around you just because you chose to be yourself. And with the grief of what seems like loss, in the silence, in the tears of letting go of a life that has expired, you just look up, look in the mirror and say, let it all fall apart. I am rising. I am rising through this pain, through this silence, through this emptiness, the sacred silence, the sacred emptiness. I don't know who I am, but I know who I am not. And that is enough. What if my babies, my beautiful artists, what if it is enough? Now, in this present moment, nothing matters but this moment. And in this moment, what if you are enough? And in this moment, what if you choose to be free? Be free.